Welcome to Quiet on Set. I'm Ewan and I'm joined by our full crew today, which is Lachlan, Kevin, and Connor. We got together today to talk about our favorite first-time watches of July 2025. Those can be anything from new releases to literally movies from, I think, the 40s is one of them we're going to talk about today. Without further ado, I think we'll jump straight in. We'll go one by one, kind of revealing my picks first. We'll go to Lachlan, then I think Kevin, and then Connor. Lots of interesting films to talk about, but welcome, guys. This is kind of the first time in a while that all four of us are like in a recording together with the change that is coming to the channel and the podcast. You'll see more of us. Yeah, this should give you a bit of a taste of what you can expect from the channel.
Great intro.
Not all.
Can you tell we've done this recently? We're not rusty.
No, we're not rusty. Put a bit of oil on that and we're all good to go. But I guess I can just go over to my picks. We're gonna try and do this maybe at the end of each month, because it kind of replaces what we used to do on the podcast, which was this sort of what we've been watching segment, and here we're just going to highlight like the best of what we watched in the last month. And I watched a film last month that I gave a perfect rating to, that like basically never happens for me. I basically spent a lot of the month watching the films that I hadn't seen from the New York Times top 100 best films of the 21st century. And one of them was Edward Yang's Yi from 2000. He's a Taiwanese filmmaker. It's a 3-hour movie. His other movie that he is much acclaimed, A Brighter Summer Day, is I think over 4 hours long. This one, Yi, is number 10 on Letterboxd in the top 250. It has a 4.5 average rating, and it is about a family in Taipei who all ask hard questions about life's meaning as they live through everyday quandaries. And I think Connor's the only other one who has seen this one before. I think we talked about it, that like it's been a while since you've last seen it. Yeah, I'll definitely urge all of you guys to go give it a try, even though it's a 3-hour long Taiwanese movie from 2000. Because coming from the guy who is known for hating on the kid performances, I think this is legit maybe the best kid performance ever. It like perfectly captures the sort of essence of what it is like to be a kid just kind of wandering around in the world. Everyone in this family has a place to sort of quander the questions of the meaning of life without like actually posing them or the film actually answering them. It's all just encapsulating something about life so beautifully and like concisely that I was blown away by the end of it. I'm actually surprised at myself that I can talk about this film without tearing up, because every time I like describe individual moments, it is really moving. I think this is like one of the films that I, immediately was like, this is a 5-star. I usually don't do that, and it's just kind of perfect. So this is kind of a pitch to everyone watching, and to you three, and I guess Connor for a rewatch, to go give this one another try, because I think Guy is really something special.
Brighter Summer Day as well. That's a fantastic movie.
Yes, we have a question from the class. Lachlan, what's up?
Why do you hate kid actors, and why is this one good?
Discourse.
I'm pleading the fifth. I'm pleading the fifth. Well, there's something about him that he like offhandedly kind of makes these remarks that feel like it just comes out of him as a like it comes back to authenticity. Do I feel like a kid in this moment, in like a staged moment that is like action is yelled and then they say a line and perform it, or like there's a look? Do I buy it? And that's harder for kids because you have to put them in the actual situations, otherwise it's going to feel fake, and that takes me out of the film. This actor, like I don't know, maybe he was young enough that it didn't matter that he was actually in these moments, but there was something about him that was just so just getting what this movie needed. This movie really needed that sort of performance, and it's like, when something's great, it's harder to describe than like point out the flaws when something's not working. And like the whole movie Yi is kind of that. Like for the first time I was thinking, okay, where's this all building towards? It's not really, conjuring up a big plot and storyline or engaging like character dynamics, and by the end of it it's like, oh shit, okay, I got it. That was all of it, it was just, and you can't really point to like one specific thing. What I will say though is like it ends on him, not to spoil the film, but I'm not going to spoil the film.
He does.
But
I haven't seen the film.
No, he doesn't. Well, no, but
They all
it
die.
ends on it begins with a wedding, and then it ends with a funeral. And it
Pretty
is.
close.
Good job, Lachlan.
It's not. It's not
I
the kid
spoiled
who
it
dies,
without
though.
watching it. Does that really count as a spoiler if I haven't seen it?
No. I don't think it counts as a spoiler. It's
Okay.
all good.
It's a calculated guess.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely. I mean, at least one death by the end of like an artsy film, right? That's kind of a safe bet that you can make. But this is up there for me for the best ending in any movie ever. It is really, really that good.
Damn.
And I'll stand by that. That was, to me, that solidified this needs to be a 5-star. Sometimes you wonder, like, you watch these movies that are really highly acclaimed and have like 4 point something averages on Letterboxd, and you wonder, okay, what did everyone else see in this that maybe I don't see? And then you start to feel it. And that's the sort of like spark you want out of great films, and Yi can definitely provide that. So that's, I think, my pitch done for Yi. I've talked more than enough about this. But that's my first one, and I guess I'll keep going because this Yap Fest won't continue. Again, you can skip ahead if I'm talking too much for you and you want to hear what Kevin's favorites were. I also watched Almost Famous, that also came out in 2000 from Cameron Crowe. This one is set in 1973 and sees a 15-year-old who's has an undying love for rock music, and he just really he gets a chance to go along with a band on tour, and ends up kind of by chance and by luck getting to interview them for Rolling Stone. And he then just kind of continues on their road trip when he kind of wants to go back and then kind of finding himself. It's like very much a coming of age story, and kind of finding your place, while also being about the value of journalism and the love for a specific art form to never die, and the sacrifices you make. Like, there's so much, it's so jam-packed with a ton of things in there. And I know this is one of the films that is like most featured on top 4 favorites, because people have like an undying love for this film as well. And even if your undying love is not for music but for films, there's a parallel that I think a lot of like cinephiles can see watching Almost Famous. I think none of you guys have seen this one yet. But another one that I
But
if I don't have it logged, then I have seen it. Greatest use of Tiny Dancer in any film. Just gonna say that right now.
That's a note that I have too. Yes, and then
Better
like
than
ending
any
it
of
on
the songs in Rocket Man. They used it better than any of the songs in Rocket Man.
guess what I
Almost
just
Famous.
pulled out?
Almost Famous.
I own it.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Oh
cool.
my god.
I was gonna say I don't want to
Pull
know
up
what
the
you just
receipt.
pulled out. But hey, great.
When you own a Blu-ray, but you haven't, or a 4K Blu-ray even, but you haven't watched it, at one point does the Blu-ray own you because you have a great film that you
I
haven't
have the
seen,
Godfather
Kevin?
trilogy
Yeah,
somewhere
but-
in these boxes.
Yeah, but he's never going to watch it at this point.
I got the 4K collector's edition.
That's never going to happen. But I also had another note about like Almost Famous, that you brought up Tiny Dancer. At the end of that scene, he says like, I gotta go home, and then keep mixing her up. It is Kate Hudson in this movie. Kate Hudson goes like, you are home, what would be a really cheesy way, but it actually works perfect in that moment. And I'm like, dude, when do I feel most at home when it comes to like a sort of the art of film? And I'm like, well, binging 6 movies at a film festival, that's when I would say like I'm feeling like I'm in that Tiny Dancer scene. I am home, and it's something that just really resonated with me. So I gave this one like a 4.5 as well. And yeah, full-hearted recommendation, definitely.
Is the kid in this just too old for you to hate them as well?
I don't know. I don't know if he's an adult who actually plays a kid in this. It's like one of the, I think a bit of the rougher parts are maybe some of the acting, but you kind of fully buy into whatever they're going through. Like there's so much love that even the cheesy moments just kind of work and end up working out. So I didn't mind I don't know how old he was, but he didn't stand out as like a bad performer. Yeah.
Did you get jump scared by Jimmy Fallon?
In my notes, I said like, as managers like Jimmy Fallon, I wrote down like I wrote down Jimmy Fallon Rizless, and that's all my notes that I had for that moment, because he comes in and he's like the most unpleasant. I don't know if he's supposed to. I think he's supposed to be like really off-putting, but I was like, damn, this must be so easy for Jimmy Fallon, because it was so easy to like hate him. And then I watched another film that is pretty iconic that I'm just late to catch up on it, but I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Damn.
And I finally caught up with
I haven't
it.
watched it.
Have you seen it, Kevin? Because I saw it is on your watch list.
Oh yeah, like 7,000 other movies.
Okay, but you haven't actively sat down to like watch it yourself then?
No,
You have the Blu-ray?
Of course he has the I even have probably the Blu-ray of that movie. Everyone owns that movie.
Wait, I do own it. Wait, I don't know where it is. It's currently in a box, probably somewhere, but I do own it.
But yeah, Connor, for you, I know it's like a 5-star.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites ever.
Yeah, I think it's really powerful, and like it took a while for me. Like I started it at one point, got like 15 minutes, and I was like, nah, I'm not vibing with this. I need to be in a different headspace to watch it. And then we started it earlier this year, and I just really dug it in like how dark it's willing to get. Like it gets so dark. This is a deeply disturbing film by the end of it that really holds back no punches in portraying a really terrifying world. That even the sort of escape that is provided to this kid who's it's set in 1944, like it's post civil war in Spain, and follows a 10-year-old girl. It's kind of a common through line that like for some reason a lot of like kid actors ended up working their way through in my favorites of the month, when I usually am like the first to point out a movie didn't work because the kid performance wasn't good. She stood out to me. I had a couple of notes that like I was a bit out of it for some of the kid acting on her side, but it didn't matter. Like the whole aesthetic and feel of the film kind of pulled it all up, but it just the darkness around it, it's just, and the production design, the makeup, I think for this movie ended up getting 3 Oscars as well, very deservedly so. I was blown away by the end of it. By the end of it I was just kind of quietly taken aback and like just a bit in tears. Like it was really moving. Have all of us seen it? And at this point, Kevin, kind of foreseeing it split apart on in some other forms and reference.
Hey, but did you give this movie a 21-minute standing ovation though?
I did not. No, I didn't even clap. I know this.
Do you think it's his best?
Oh man,
a lot of people argue that this is his best, and he peaked early. I mean, he made it between the 2 Hellboy movies, but people think it's his best, other than like The Shape of Water, which, you know.
I think it's his best, yeah. I have it highest rated, yeah. I don't have The Shape of Water higher, but I also haven't seen The Shape of Water since 2017.
Okay, and now where do you rank Pacific Rim? Because if Pacific Rim isn't second, I'm gonna fucking fly to Switzerland and punch you, because like Pacific Rim is like fucking not the greatest movie of all time.
No, you're gonna punch me regardless, because I never finished Pacific Rim. I haven't seen that movie.
Damn. That's crazy.
Oh my god, yeah. I was like, I don't know, big punchy robots. I don't care, man.
You hate fun.
I that is actually
what are your thoughts
such
on Real
a
Steel
fair
then?
assessment.
No, we're not gonna do that.
I have also not seen Real Steel.
You haven't seen Real Steel?
I've also not seen them.
Okay, God.
No, I don't
Okay.
fuck with the robots, man. Elon can go fuck himself. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with the robots. I
He doesn't fuck with Sean Levy.
I also don't fuck with Sean Levy. No, fuck no, no. But yeah,
But you fuck with the Iron
that was
Giant.
my.
Okay, never mind.
I do fuck with the Iron Giant. I guess it
Yeah,
just
I thought
needs
so.
to be animated, and then I care. I also didn't love the Wild Robot as much as like others did. So I don't know. I'm an enigma. You can't make sense.
That
of
one
me.
isn't going up against kaiju's. Come on, let's be real. That one hugs them.
Unducks the kaijus of the natural world. Like, come on. But no. Again, I think I picked like nothing here that isn't like widely acclaimed to be like really great. I think even Pan's Labyrinth, even if it is so dark and like also, you know, mystery horror-esque, it still has like a 4.2-ish rating on Letterboxd, so really widely liked. And the last movie I have is actually a German one, The Lives of the Others, Das Leben der Anderen, which also came out in 2006 and is number 167 on the Letterboxd 250 as well, a 4.3 average rating, and is set in 1984 in East Berlin and follows a Stasi officer who spies on a playwright and his actress girlfriend, and through listening to them he starts to question his loyalty to the secret police. And I was just blown away by the lead performance, Ulrich Mühe. He was incredible, like kind of selling this sort of transformation of like your loyalty and your existence and your justifications for your actions through his eyes. I thought that was really powerful, and sort of taking a closer look at like how you suppress artistic expression, journalism, and how you get to control a whole nation because of that, and like how you go about that, giving you like a sort of behind the scenes look in how you break the spirit essentially through like the artists first, and how that kind of trickles down to the rest of the nation. I found it a really powerful movie. I think only Kevin also has seen it out of the three of you.
I think I've seen the spin-off Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde. It's just because Germans are blonde, or like, is that your
I think it's because it was also set in Berlin during the
it was Berlin.
Yeah.
But honestly, you talked about, Gigi having, a final scenes, one of the best. I mean,
oh, bro,
Life of Others certainly is up there.
Has a banger. It's also, yeah, I'd say it definitely, without giving it a second thought, it's in the top 20 of best endings. Yeah, it is really,
20
really
is
powerful.
such a big number.
Look,
20 out of
movies,
every movie
think about,
ever.
Out of every movie ever. I went up because
Ever.
like I can think, because Yi might be one, and I'm like,
I feel like
need
20
a
though
buffer,
is a bit of like an
'cause-
insult. Like, man, this has got one of the best openings I've seen in the film. Probably in the top 250 films I've ever seen in the entire life. Like, it's just
That's
like
still
20
good.
Tell you what, it's not one of.
out of the top
It's not one of
18
your-
You gotta
films that
think
I've
we
seen in the past 2 months.
I've seen over 4,000 movies.
We did our recap of last year's movies, and we had like 30 movies already from 1 year.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, so it beats all of
No,
those.
no.
So out of the 30 movies that we
It does
said,
beat it.
and we included this, it's the best one.
I said without giving it a second thought, Lachlan.
Okay.
But I like that we are giving it a second thought right now.
Okay,
It
now
might
it's
move.
out of the 20. Yeah, it's out,
Maybe
it's
we should
21.
do a podcast at one point on like the best endings in any movie, and then we just spoil every single movie that was ever
Just
made.
assume everyone's seen every movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
I hate to spoil Titanic for you.
I love it when it comes back in Titanic too. But yeah, I have some honorable mentions as well. There was another one that I gave 4.5 stars to, Toni Erdmann, which is, I think, watch listed by both Connor and Kevin. I don't know about you, Lachlan. But this one is with Sandra Hüller. It's from 2016, about like a father who enters his daughter's life again in a very odd way as like a fake persona, and it's basically pointing out the silliness of like the business of being in a consulting firm. It's like it's about being unstuck, this sort of unconditional love, and how you still end up hurting people. It's really messy. It's like there's no clear moral message here, and it's like that sort of life is the mess. I found that really, really well done too. And then I also watched A Serious Man, bit of a catch up when it comes to Ethan and Joel Cohen, set in like 1967, about a professor who kind of is trying to figure out like why stuff is happening to him, and sort of all questions that he asked are being answered in a way that is deeply unsatisfying, and kind of coming to that realization is the process that you undergo watching this film. I liked it a lot too. Connor, you gave it a 5-star as well, right? This is
That's
up there
one of
for
my
you as well.
favorite Coen Brothers movies in general. That movie's awesome. There's so many scenes I remember from it very vividly. Yeah, I'm so glad you watched it.
I had a great time.
Did you know Jack Nicholson saw Toni Erdmann and actually wanted to remake it, come back out of retirement for it.
Really?
But it just never got made.
It's interesting because it's such a uniquely German movie as well in the way that like they sort of behave. So I don't know how that would translate into an American remake.
Well, it never happened, so we'll never know.
How many
I guess
Coen
we'll
Brother
never
movies
know.
do you think were almost ruined by Ethan, but were then stopped by Joel?
Yeah, he was like, "Honey, don't do this one." Yeah. All right.
No, it's called Honey,
Let's move
Don't.
on.
His
Okay,
upcoming
not Honey,
film is
don't
called
do
Honey
this one.
Don't. Yeah, just Honey Don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think.
It's
Yeah.
actually,
Thank you
it's
for
actually
correcting me.
linked into his previous film, Drive Away Dolls.
Wait to attempt to ruin his joke.
That was supposed to be
Sorry,
like.
was it
did
a
you guys
segue?
notice? He made a connection. No, it wasn't a segue.
I noticed. I actually
well,
noticed. Sorry, I didn't mean to point it out.
Maybe my connection to your favorites of the month, Lachlan, was subpar. It's also
I don't know.
You
'Cause
got
I
Happy
watched a lot
Gilmore
of
too.
films.
well.
Well, no,
subpar,
I'm gonna
par,
no. Don't spoil it. That's the
Happy
last one that I
Golf.
watched last month. I've got more. I want to go into
Shit!
the
I
order
thought
that
I had
watched
it.
them.
I had on my. I'm sorry.
Oh,
You
fuck it,
spoil
we're
a
going,
lot of my
no,
jokes. I
we're
spoil
going
your
backwards.
reveal.
We're going backwards.
We're
Okay,
even.
so I finished off the month on a high note, and I watched Happy Gilmore 2.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I think that people are gonna give this film too much shit. Because Happy Gilmore is obviously beloved by so many people for how fantastic of a comedy it was. But Happy Gilmore 2 has like 2 good jokes in it, and that's it. But you know what? It's like Hubby Halloween exists, so Happy Gilmore 2 doesn't have to be like his worst film ever. So congrats, Adam Sandler, for not ruining your the don't tarnish
legacy?
what you did, the legacy of Happy Gilmore.
Right.
He did fine. Also, is he just employing his fucking family and everything these days? Like, my God, it's just like, I feel like he just makes movies to pay his like kids and wife. So good for him though, because like, hey, if you can work with your family, that's great.
Who's the MVP of Happy Gilmore 2? Because I've seen a lot of people say Bad Bunny,
Bad Bunny?
was the best part about it.
Bad Bunny because he says
Probably,
the
yeah.
least amount. And anyone who opens their fucking mouth in this movie makes me cringe. You know what? Ben Stiller is a bit of a standout. It's kind of funny how he has one kid who like really like in terms of like his actual kids being in the film, one of his kids plays his kid, and I was like, oh, this is awesome, this is really cute. Then his other kid is in Alcohol Anonymous, and for whatever reason I knew it was his kid, but I just thought, are they about to do a romantic subplot with this girl? And I'm like, but this is his daughter in real life. I fucking hope not. And that was the only other joke that I found funny, that I thought they were going to do that. So it wasn't actually a joke. I just found that really awkward and funny. But hey, cameos. You could play bingo if you don't watch this movie and don't look at the list. You could all like make a bingo list of celebrities that pop up in Happy Gilmore 2. There's a drinking game for you. I watched the 2009 Peter Jackson film The Lovely Bones. This was not my choice per se. I got it so that my girlfriend could watch it because she saw it on TikTok, and that's why we watched it. And I hadn't seen the film before, but I had like kind of seen it, and it's kind of crazy that this is the final film that he made before he went back into making Lord of the Rings films. Because my God, this is like the biggest decline I've seen in like films after making literally the Lord of the Rings, and then he makes the King Kong, 2005 film King Kong, and then he does like Crossing the Line or something, and then it's like The Lovely Bones, and I'm like, wow, it's like a sharp decline. It's like the financial crisis in that time. It was crazy. And then he made The Hobbit, which I don't think is much better, but it is definitely better. Have you guys seen The Lovely Bones? Hang on, I can see it on here. Has anyone seen it?
I have not.
No?
I haven't seen it. No.
Connor?
It's because I live in South Carolina, and like I said this to you earlier, but it's a Christian classic. It really is. Like,
Yeah.
It's just, that movie is so, like, the melodrama is so, it's like turned up to 11 in the most annoying way to me. I feel like it's based on a true story,
your
right?
1 star?
Okay.
Oh damn!
I just have a lot of history.
Can you
with this
explain your
movie.
1 star?
I have a lot of it's just a lot of like religious related history with my family and everything, and watching it over and over and over again, and then like hating like some of the CGI, and then like it being really
It's
jarring.
a pretty fucked up
like,
film to watch
tonally.
over and over again with your family. Like,
Yeah, right.
Like,
and that's one thing.
Hey,
That's
do you
want to
watch the film where their daughter gets murdered? Come on, let's go watch it. Yeah.
Like, imagine like Prisoners, but with like, but with heaven in it for some reason. So like,
yeah, I like that comparison.
I don't know. I have a bad history with this movie, so I can't in my good conscience go on to Letterboxd and be like, this is like a 5. No, it's a 1. I don't care. It's a 1 star.
Is this the movie where Stanley Tucci is like a guy who watches children in a bush?
Yeah.
It's a very odd movie.
So I didn't give it 1 star. Like I didn't like 1 is pretty harsh. I'm gonna give it 1.5 because it's a pretty shit film. I'm not gonna lie.
So such a different.
See, okay,
yeah.
I'll mention this too because Ewan was talking about children actors earlier. This movie has. I'm so sorry to the actress, but oh my god,
Which one?
It's not great. Oh my god.
You know about Saoirse Ronan, are you?
I don't think she's good in this movie.
That's okay. She's like 12. This is like
I
just
know,
before
I know.
she's allowed to be good,
But we were
according to Ewan.
We were just
yeah, no, I'm having an off month, man. I'm liking the kid performances. I'm sure that it will come back and balance itself
Her
out.
name
I'll,
is Susie
hate
Salmon,
on everything in
if
August.
that helps at all. She's got a superhero name.
Susie,
this film
summon
just-
a better performance, please.
This film
The
just kind of
ending is-
sucks.
the ending is so funny to me. I mean, I know it's like based on
Oh,
a
yeah,
true
it's very
story, and I am so sorry to like. No, it's true. I don't even think it's. I think it's a book. It's a book because
I have no idea if it's based on a real-
I think the book is based on a true murder. I think, but like obviously it's
Okay.
imbuing not sci-fi, religious elements to the original murder. So like it's like. Okay, so yeah, I'm just realizing I hate this movie more and more.
You know what, I think we could agree. We could agree that this is in the top 20 best endings, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
depending on what the
is.
20 movies are, we have no idea where it will land. But you could probably say it's in the top 20 somewhere in there.
You know what?
We've got 2
Lachlan,
movies in
it
this
was
20
also
so
in
far.
your top 4 favorites of essentially the month of July.
Hey, I
'cause you
only watched 4
3
movies, and I didn't have the ability to get rid of one because I've only watched 4 films this month.
No, we're talking about the lovely bones when we talk
It's not
about the
fair.
best films
Like,
we watched in
I
July.
can't say that this is my favorite. Like, I didn't like any of these. Actually, you know what? I didn't mind this one. The next one is actually it's Eddington. It's Ari Aster's latest film, and I can definitely see why the controversy around this one is so high. For its what it talks about, what it goes through. How does everyone feel about Beau is Afraid? Just give me like a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Was everyone thumbs up?
If it's on a binary
thumb?
scale, I'll give it a.
Okay, you can do a middle thumb.
Yeah,
if you
no,
want.
go.
You go middle thumb? Alright, cool. Because I'm like this with Beau is Afraid in like I feel like I need to give it another rewatch.
Look,
but I
I'm
enjoyed
gonna
it.
be honest. The only thing I remember about Beau is Afraid is the immaculate chase through the city when he has to cross the
No,
street.
it's not. It's
I
the
remember
huge
that
cock.
'cause that was
No, it's not. It's
brilliant.
the huge cock.
And the
that
only
pops up
other
in the film.
thing-
Shut up.
I-
It's just the huge cock.
That's
what
the other
you
part.
remember.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And that's the only thing I remember.
has,
That's the only thing you remember.
Sorry.
It has like maybe one of
It's
the
been ingrained.
one of the funniest like jokes in a movie I've seen in years, where it's like they do that entire segment where he does the animated like sequence, and
Yeah.
he has children and everything, and then he faces his children, he finds them and everything, and then they like they're like, oh yeah, you've never had sex before, so you can't have these children. And it's like, oh my god, so funny.
I think it was like last week or something that I read that Ari Aster's dad watched Beau is Afraid and was like, please never write a film ever
Mhm.
again. And I think that's fucking hilarious because he's gone and he's done this. And I actually don't mind him as a writer. I definitely think he's taken such a fantastic turn from the likes of like Midsummer and Hereditary into Beau is Afraid and Eddington. And I think that he's really going into that sort of absurdist route, much heavier in Beau is Afraid than it is here in Eddington. But I love just the decline that Joaquin Phoenix goes through in this film. It just kind of felt natural, if that makes sense. Like it actually kind of felt realistic. And what's kind of scary is that it's not too far based off of reality that could actually happen. In how absurd it feels.
The finale, no, but like the lead up to it.
No, I feel
maybe.
like that could happen. No, I feel like
Bro,
just
the
generally,
finale was bonkers.
you could have someone go that crazy. So, again, another film that Pedro Pascal is in. I felt like Emma Stone, Austin Butler's storyline, if anyone has seen this film, is a little bit of a miss. Like, it just doesn't really go anywhere. So, like, I don't know what the fuck that was all about. But other than that, like, I enjoyed the film. I think it deserves a bit more of the positive vibes that it gets. I'm kind of giving it like a 4 out of 5. I kind of really enjoyed it. And you know what? Sorry, I never rated Happy Gilmore. What did I give Lovely Bones? 1.5. Let's give Happy Gilmore. Fuck it. Let's give it 2 stars. Just gonna throw a 2 in there. Fuck it. Why not? Just 2 stars. Finally, this is the first film I watched this month. The Amateur. Rami Malek. Amateur.
The plane movie. The plane movie of the century.
Yay.
Wait, did you actually watch a movie or did you just watch porn?
No. I watched Rami Malek.
Just checking, because I never know with you.
He was the amateur. The amateur, as in back when he played that Egyptian guy in Night at the Museum. He was a little bit of an amateur back then. So that's the only joke I had for this. Sorry, everyone. That was terrible. I should prepare better next time. But yeah, this was a film. This was a movie.
He hacked.
It was a movie.
He walked around.
He hacked.
He talked.
They actually just decided to recycle every character he's ever played, ever, and just put it into this one character. Same with Lawrence Fishburne. They were like, "Hey, you remember what you did in The Matrix? Just kind of do that, but be less cool and just kind of just like wear casual gears." It's kind of like Lawrence Fishburne just walked into the set and was like, "Where am I going? Where do you want me?" I think that this film it goes in a direction that is just kind of predictable, and I think that you could probably say that it has one of the most interesting endings out of maybe like 20 films that you could probably put together. Because really, there's not really much to this film other than the fact that it's like, you are right, it's just a plane movie. I'm going to give it two stars. 2.5.
Lachlan, to me,
2.
it's kind of surprising that you watched a Rachel Brosnahan movie this month and in July, and it wasn't Superman. You're one of the few people who probably did that. Like, watch the amateur for Superman.
I have not actually had the time because there is only one thing that I wanted to do this month, or last month, I should say, and that was play Death Stranding because I'm the biggest Kojima fanboy. So I've got 105 hours in Death Stranding 2 right now, and I haven't completed the story. So, I actually maxed out my mobile data plan this month because I've been streaming it to my Steam Deck when I've been on my lunch breaks. And then if I had to go somewhere and I had to wait, like I had a job interview, I got there like half an hour early and I played Death Stranding for like 30 minutes. So like I've been kind of just playing it anywhere. This is my honorable mention, by the way, because literally that's all I've been doing. Just get outside and walk. Just go for a walk. That's all this film, the film game, basically a film. I played it last night and I just kind of sat there watching the screen because it was like 4 hours of fucking cutscenes. But like, yeah, it's go outside and have a walk. And it's also set in Australia, which is crazy.
You don't use the big off-roader?
No, you fucking walk everywhere, dude. What's the point of driving? You just walk everywhere.
Or you skateboard.
Yeah, skateboard too. That's it. Yeah, that's everything I watched. I watched Happy Gilmore 2, The Lovely Bones, Eddington, The Amateur, and I played a fucking shit ton of Death Stranding 2. And I watched House.
Yeah.
There's another one. There you go. I just threw,
oh my
House
God.
in there.
You are getting.
Am I getting kicked? Am I getting kicked off?
No, Tanika's TikTok algorithm is too powerful. It's making you watch stuff.
I was actually the one that wanted to watch House.
You picked it?
I picked House. I like House. The first 4 seasons of House are great.
I just wanted to say,
I think I own it on DVD.
House might be like one of the like shows of all time.
You could probably
For
I
entertainment.
sometimes see random
is-
shit on
Connor,
YouTube
I want you to,
shorts
in your head
Yeah.
right now, pick 20 random TV shows. And you'd probably say it's probably in the best
And the
20 TV
endings
shows
and how they
of all
ended.
time. Yeah, no, the ending kind of sucks. Yeah, it's like how actually,
I
you
don't
know what else?
remember
We
how
started
House
watching
ended.
Dexter recently, and I know that
Oh.
Dexter
Oh,
ends
yeah.
terribly.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna
I mean, hey,
continue watching. and not
Dexter
stop.
ends terribly. They do another season, and now they've resurrected him again. And currently, there's another show that's happening,
And it's
with
even
Dexter, So
worse.
he's not. Well,
Yeah.
I've watched the first
Why
couple of
not?
episodes, and it's really bad. It's really, really bad.
Yeah, that's all I've got. Oh, and I got this since it's been a while since we've
Oh.
all
What's it gonna pull
gotten
out?
together.
Just more boxes.
Oh my god.
Empire's greatest movie posters, from
Dave.
horror
4
to
books.
action.
I've got horror posters that die for, action, heroes, and sci-fi, and they're just movie
Wait,
posters.
but you got posters, but they're folded? No.
No, it's probably a book.
Oh, it's a book.
And
Okay, I was about to say folding the posters, not a good thing. But
Bad taste.
okay,
No.
nice. Bad, bad taste. Out of context. Like watching someone on audio, it's just like you saying, movie poster, bad taste. I like that.
I own a
that's
house
sweet.
now. This is decoration. I'm a movie guy, and they're
Yeah.
gonna actually
That
this month
looks
I was a
great.
video game guy, but like
That's nice. That's like, you remember when we hung out in Queensland, making movies, and whenever there was like a book around, I was just not interacting with anyone socially and just reading the whole book. So that would be like my thing with
yeah.
this.
I thought you
this
I
as well.
thought you were possibly on the spectrum. I didn't want to say anything at the time because you always like stop associating with us,
Fair.
and you kind of just like went to the
That
corner and
is-
you started reading, and I was like, it's probably just like a spectrum
Yeah.
thing. Everyone's
It
somewhere on
is,
the
it
spectrum, and I
is.
totally just thought that you just like stopped associating with us. But turns
Well,
out
I'm
you
only
just
on the
don't like
spectrum
people
when
and
I
you
have
like to
a
read.
movie script. I do like to read, yeah. I think that's pretty much it. Also, it's like when someone has something that I wouldn't buy, but then I'm so interested in like getting it because I get the brief moment of actually having it for some time. So, and I'm focusing on that. But all right, that's my picks.
got a
That's
harmonica.
Lachlan's picks. Oh,
Since
wait, we're
just
not done
throwing
with
random
Lachlan's
things out
picks.
there.
Oh
Sorry.
no! I need to.
Probably can't hear
There
anything.
we go, and that's all you get.
Absolutely nothing is coming.
Discord
No,
cut it
that is
out, but
perfect.
you get to see that when you watch the video back, everyone.
Well, I guess it's my turn, innit?
It is, yeah, Kevin.
Oh my god. My honorable mention, you know what? I will keep this compact because y'all have been talking 20 minutes each. I'm gonna beat that record
Oh my
right
God.
now. My honorable mentions are Sovereign. It's very much a movie in the same vein like Blue Caprice, Mass, Nitram. And I often, you see these movies about horrific events in the United States or somewhere else. And I don't like to see them. For example, like the Dahmer series, I don't have any interest in seeing them. But when they get explored like this, like Sovereign, like Blue Caprice, I'm very intrigued in them. I have watched Superman. I thought I liked it. It's very much like opening a comic book and just sort of diving in deep into it. No real setup, no, just living in the moment. Really, really liked it. I have watched F1, which I also really, really liked it. Nothing really much more to say. It does at times feel very much like a Top Gun ripoff because it's very much at the same beat. There's the hug at the end, but you're like, cool, they're hugging. I'm not really feeling that much. While, when Rooster and Tom Cruise hug in Top Gun, you're like, my guys, dude, those are my guys. Really didn't feel that. And then you have Dangerous Animals. Yes, an Australian movie, Lachlan, with Jade Courtney. I was absolutely looking forward to watching Jade Courtney in Dangerous Animals, and he did not disappoint. It's basically Split and Jaws combined, and I very much was there for it. It's, and it's never... it never breaks any boundaries, so it always sort of stretches this. You're like, of course she doesn't escape, but that's the whole thing. And those were my honorable mentions. Now we're going to get to my 4 favorites. And there's this famous log line. It's our lives are the sum of our choices. And my choice was to watch this movie very, very late. And it's Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Now, I know, I admit, the first hour this babbling, this yapping, it goes insane. But to be fair, you got people that are very solid. You got Nick Offerman, you got Travel Tillman, you got such badasses delivering the dialogue that it never is atrocious, but you're sitting there like, but can we get this rolling, please? Yeah. And then when Tom Cruise leaves HQ, which is about an hour in the movie, it only goes up from there. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is indeed a banger after the first hour of, Hannah Waddingham, Nick Offerman talking, the president being like, should we give the reins to this guy who we've been giving the reins to for 7 movies long? And the answer is yes. Yeah. That's basically it.
What if you don't forget about the first hour? What if you have to, everyone else, watch the first hour?
Then I have a stand-up. Yes, I have a stand-up comedy live show. Please Don't Destroy live. Please Don't Destroy has sort of actually been the pretty positive cornerstone of SNL for the last, I want to say 5 years, even potentially more. And I really, really like their live show special they put up on YouTube. So it's for everybody to watch. Gotten a great sketches in there with an office shooter, the doctor, Starbucks. Conan O'Brien shows up and he's like, I traveled to Washington for this. I have nothing else to do but in Washington, but this. And I traveled here on a flight for hours. And then I hear, oh yeah, we're also going to be in Los Angeles in 3 weeks. And it's like, Ed, where you're performing is 10 minutes from my house. And I flew all the way to Washington for this. And, the bit they let him do is very funny. So with that context, it's pretty, pretty funny. Then we got Louis Theroux, The Settlers. Now, admittedly, I have to put it out there. I haven't watched any Louis Theroux documentaries before this. The only thing I have seen Louis Theroux do is Chicken Shop Date and the music video he did with Amelia de Moldenberg. That's the only
Kevin,
thing I've seen.
For that,
Louis
you are
Theroux.
very cultured. I want you to reassure that is
Thank you.
all good. Okay.
But I have seen Louis Theroux, The Settlers, and No Other Land last year was very much a documentary that made your heart bleed, right? Louis Theroux, The Settlers is very much one that angers you, that frustrates you, because here you get to see the leadership behind these settlements, these soldiers that are harassing the Palestinian people, and it is very much infuriating as hell to watch. You got one certain Israeli woman in here, Daniela Wise. I know, just by saying that name, Ewan's face
Fuck
turned
that
red
bitch.
in a second.
Fuck that fucking bitch. One of the best people currently alive. God,
And
fuck that bitch.
The end is very much a summation of this war that is going on.
Yeah.
She pushes Louis Theroux, and she's at the end, after a bit of more conversation, she said, I hope you push me back. And then she's like, and it's like, bro,
Yeah.
fuck this.
It's weird that a documentary like this is as memeable as it is, because it is so there's a sort of I don't know, disconnection from reality from everyone he interacts with. It is bizarre. But yeah, it's really scary too.
Like someone saying, oh yeah, for some things legislation isn't really required, or it's of the whims of legislation. You're like, bro, I kind of want to shoot you with the rifle you're carrying on your back with, but okay. Then we have Ghost Killer, which is the new movie from Kensuke Sonomura, and the director from the Baby Assassins trilogy, Yuga Sakamoto, wrote this movie. And honestly, so you got the Baby Assassins, and then you got a few movies before that I've yet to see. Bad City, Hydra, Janitor, a few of these movies. There's this sort of new fight choreography type these movies have invented, sort of. And it's this sleekiness, this sleaziness sort of fight choreography where people, they very much slide underneath each other. It's not, it's very much not a clean sort of fight. And that's what makes this sort of these sort of action movies incredibly captivating and just interesting to watch. And I do love these. I hope this type of choreography. At the same time, I hope it inspires action movie in the future to sort of copy it, but at the same time also do not copy it, because I don't want people to start abusing it.
You can definitely cut it. You can definitely cut it apart more, but I think it really stands out in how much of the hand-to-hand combat is like. I mean, to me, like Akari Takashi is her name. She's also in Baby Assassins, and she plays basically a double role. Like, the premise of this film is that she basically has the willful like choice to connect with a ghost who used to be a hitman, and he kind of takes over her body and then can fight with her body. So it's like she has to play both. She has to play like this person who gets roped into this world and also really capable, and it kind of, when it switches back and forth, she nails that. Like, this is
it brilliantly.
This is one of the best performances of the year. Like, I was so impressed by her.
And the emotional moments don't really don't really exactly hit until the premise starts coming alive. But hey, that's a good joke. But yeah, Ghost Killer, very much recommended, and that's my 4 favorites done.
Boom. Mic drop, but you can't drop the mic because only.
Yeah.
Explosion.
Definitely not the Settlers, because Jesus Christ, maybe the ending for the documentary was good, but not the ending, because it's a documentary. Do you like how the Final Reckoning ended for like the Mission Impossible franchise?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
What if you remember that you had to sit through an hour of that film at the start, though?
Well, I remember them all at Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
And then they run apart.
Well, isn't it the same ending in all of Mission Impossible? Like, they just stand around a public place every time. It's kind of the same thing.
Would you say that the film peaked at the submarine scene?
The only regret I have is not watching Mission Impossible in
the first hour
IMAX,
of the
I
film.
do know. No, but I
full submarine.
No, because I do know that when he cranks the door open every time, the IMAX ratio apparently switches open, and that is just that sounds like a peak theater experience. But no, I think the shootouts are there is a scene. Again, a hand-to-hand combat scene in Mission Impossible in the submarine, which honestly, you can say all you want about the spectacle scenes. Oftentimes, the smaller action scenes in Mission Impossible that are my favorite. In the last one, the Dead Reckoning, it was the alleyway fight between him and Pom Klementieff. Like, that fight scene was my favorite. Here, the little submarine fight they have when he's just naked, basically, he just boxes. That was honestly my favorite. No, I don't think the submarine one was, the peak. My dad thought it was too long when he's, going into it, but I think it just only added more to the suspense. So I don't have any fault with that. Not with the fucking airplane fight scenes. I really, really liked it. I only think it went upwards from the moment he left HQ. It's been a good year for action movies so far.
Definitely. All right, let's hear it from Connor then. What are your favorites? We've had some, with the last two, we had a lot of like recent releases. You're bringing it back, similar to me, with like some old stuff. So I'm excited to hear you talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to include anything from 2025 so far, because even then, like I had seen so many films at Sundance, and obviously you've seen so many films with Cannes and everything, that like it's nice to pick out stuff like this. But for me, my top 4, I'm gonna throw a wrench in this well-oiled machine. I'm gonna replace one of my top 4 with something else, and I'm put that one as an honorable mention, because I didn't have any honorable mentions at first. So on my honorable mention now is What Happened Was, which is the first and only movie by character actor Tom Newman. It's a very, very interesting like conversational drama. It's kind of like Before Sunrise if it was like more awkward and sad and not fun. I really, really love the performances in this one. Sorry, my cat just meowed while I was talking. I think Tom Newman, the fact that he's able to direct, write, and act this well is really incredible. I think both performances from both the actors are incredible. It is set in one setting the entire time, but I would highly recommend it. It's one I didn't even know about until this year, but I was very impressed with it.
Yeah, me neither. I think it's not even on my watch list, but it definitely, because you said before, and I was like, oh, it's already clicked the watch list.
I was like, it's a lot more awkward. It gets to a point where it's pretty like emotionally stirring in a way where it's like you can see something there in their relationship, but for that first 30 minutes, it is so unbearably awkward. It's like they're doing small talk, and then they like one of them says like the wrong thing, and then it like ruins the vibe for like a straight like 15 minutes of the movie again, and then it starts again. It's just like, oh my god. But yeah, I love that movie. But I'm gonna replace it with my next one. This is my top 4. It's gonna be Eve's Bayou, by Cassie Lemons. This is a gothic drama, like Southern gothic drama, about this family that is like undergoing so many like abuses under their father, under the patriarch, who's played by Samuel L. Jackson. There's just so much going on in this film, like character-wise, like visually, aesthetically, it is so interesting. The way it's playing with like just like some folklore and like witchcraft and everything. It's such an interesting script to me because it's able to blend all these different aesthetics and vibes and everything, and then have them within this really impactful, like traumatizing story. I think it's definitely like from the 90s. Like you can tell in the way it's edited, the way it's filmed and everything. I think it works in the craft of it, in the form. The editing is like some of my favorite editing I've seen in a movie in a long time. I think the way it's able to like blend both the past and the present is really cool. Sorry, my cats are like running all over the place while I'm talking.
No, but could you just randomly say a number of how many movies you think also have really good editing in it?
Maybe 20.
Top 20?
There's
Yeah,
maybe
top
20.
Yeah!
I love that we just all together here assemble to bully me.
Bro, you could have picked whatever number you wanted, but you picked just 20, and I was like, that's just such a fucking
20 is a
random
fair number, man.
If you were just like, hey, if it was
movies?
this has like in the top 10, it's like, it's never in your top 10 favorite endings, but if you just said top 10, I would have made fun of it. Because you said 20.
But there would have been 20 movies in my top 10, which doesn't make any sense, so I said 20.
Sorry, Connor.
But yeah, it's the best 20.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, we're hijacking your session.
Totally fine.
20 editing films.
Yeah, no, this is one of the 20 films of all time. One of the 20 films I've ever seen.
The whole time, yeah.
I've only seen 20
Amazing.
movies in my entire life. This is like, so me counting 4 is like maybe like, majority of my life. So
You're maxing out. Jesus.
Is Happy Gilmore 2 in there?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So going on to my next one, because I will recommend, I'll just say, Cassie Lemons, Eve's Bayou, really great movie. I would highly recommend it. There's a great 4K restoration with Criterion that I would recommend. Fantastic movie. But I'm gonna go into another movie in my top 4, which is like very different. And I'm sorry that like the jump from like familial trauma to like the Muppets might be crazy, but like this is my first time watching The Great Muppet Caper, and I was so in love with it. I've watched so many Muppet things this year because me and my girlfriend have been going through both the classic like show as well as like the old movies and everything. Some of the worst ones. There's one we haven't watched yet, which is like the Wizard of Oz one, which I've heard is, well, actually I've seen it when I was a kid, and it's dog shit. But this one, The Great Muppet Caper, one of the top 20 Muppet movies. Really, really fantastic. The set design, the puppetry is incredible. There's like, it's so funny to me because you'll see how like everyone is so impressed with the bicycle scene in the first Muppet movie. And then in this one, they're like, no, we're going to have, honestly, I'm not saying this as a bit. They had 20 Muppets on bicycles, in like a random park.
He counted them.
Yeah, no, it like literally is 20. Like,
20 of the best Muppets.
Yeah.
God, this is great.
But yeah, like it has like all 20 of them just like riding bikes in a park, and it's like actually incredible how they did this. Like I'm sure it's like some like animatronic work, some like VFX and stuff like that. But it's for not only the original 1979 film, but for this, which I think it's 82, I believe. It's like I can't even believe it. Like it's actually insane.
81.
That's even crazier. Like it's some of the like the effects work in this is just like insane. And then there's this bit. This movie's so funny. There's this bit where they everyone like thinks that like Fozzie the Bear and Kermit the Frog look the same because they're twin brothers. And so like there's like a bit in the beginning where it's like they're in the newspaper and they report on something and it has like a picture of them in the newspaper and it's like twin brothers like crack the case or something like that. And then it's like the editor in chief is like, I don't see the resemblance. What are you talking about? You're twin brothers. And then like Fozzie's like, let me take off my hat. And he takes off his hat and they smile like this. And then there's like, I see what you're talking about. And so it's like not even like a bit that like no one else can see it. Everyone can see it. And so it's every time it's so funny. But I love that movie. It's so good. And Muppets, they're very close to my heart. I love them so much. I guess I want to end on a comedy. So my next one, this is kind of a comedy, I guess, but it's really sad, and like emotional and everything. It's Greg Araki's Nowhere. This movie is very, very unique and odd, and it's going for a aesthetic that I haven't seen in many films. It's very early 2000s for sure, but it's going for a sort of apocalyptic postmodernism a little bit that feels so like dreadful. And it reminds me a lot of I Saw a TV Glow in the way that like these characters' young lives and their self-discovery feel like they're being like cornered and like not able to grow and like discover themselves. And so like they're not only are so many young people in this movie like dying and like passing away and like having all this like traumatic events happen to them, but also you can tell that it's still made with like teenage angst, where it feels that way as a teenager, where it feels like nothing's going to improve and there's gonna be no end in sight. But there's just so much it addresses, to like from religion to like sexuality to gender, like all these different things. And it's able to go through these topics and these themes in such a nuanced and really mature and like insane for its time way. I think the fact that Greg Araki was able to make these really these very punk films in a way where they were still like able to market to like his demographic, but they're just so they're great. There's a word I'm looking for off the top of my head. I'm trying to find it, where it's like anti-establishment, but it's the aesthetics of this movie are insane. The cinematography is beautiful, and if you like I Saw a TV Glow, I genuinely think this would be like the best double feature. But yeah, it's fantastic.
I think Punk. I haven't seen any of his films, but I've seen much of his films, and I think Punk would be a good description though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, feels that way. Yeah, isn't I Want Your Sex also a Greg Araki film that's supposed to come out maybe this year or next year?
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Isn't that
soon,
him?
Yeah,
but it didn't get into any festivals. But I was looking into, because it was rumored for Gunn to like watch some of his stuff. So, yeah, it seems like a really interesting filmmaker, but yeah, I think none of us have really seen much of his stuff yet.
It definitely takes a second to get into, but I feel like if you're at all like tuned in to like queer culture and subculture, I feel like there's just so much there that like that a lot of modern like queer media draws from, and it's kind of impossible to sort of explore like art that identifies with LGBTQ plus people and not watch a Greg Araki movie. It's just kind of impossible. Like you can't avoid his work in that way. So I mean, if you're at all interested in his work, understand that his dialogue is weird, but that his aesthetics and his filmmaking match it so well that it's to me it's like undeniable. But I get people not liking his movies, but I personally love them. But that's my favorite from him actually. But my final movie, sorry it took me a second to think about it. Final movie is His Girl Friday, which is the classic 1940s Howard Hawks comedy about this man and this woman who are basically editors in, I don't know what I say if they're editors in chief, but they're editors at a newspaper. And the way this movie, and like I will say, they used to be like lovers in the past. So like she has a new like fiance, and there's that whole like funny dynamic between him and this like Cary Grant's character and the fiance. It's like this movie. Yeah. I know you've seen it, but
it's like he comes in, you know, obviously with the position of power that he has as a publisher over her, who's a journalist, and it is like how she keeps up with being witty with him, but then it's more about like him actually still keeping up with her. That back and forth, it is something about like Howard Hawks' writing that is like so impressive. I felt the same with him in like Bringing Up Baby. There's something like about the smoothness of certain like these best films out of the 40s shine in the moments where it's just like two characters going back and forth, and this movie is like full of that, like filled to the brim. It is so much fun.
I think it's like listed as like one of the first movies that had like cross talking, basically, where people talk over each other. And if you watch it, like knowing how, I mean, even if like you see Babylon or something, you know how like Mark's work for like sound and recording and stuff like that at the time. But like, it's just, to me, it's insane that not only Howard Hawks was able to write this kind of dialogue and have the actors deliver it in this way, but that it like is edited together and formed in the final cut so well that you don't even like really notice it. You don't notice that this is one of the first films that did it.
Yeah, it's one of those films as well that shines in like the staging and the blocking of the whole scene, because it often is shot in like wider scenes because they want to cover like all of the actors saying like stuff back and forth. So there's always a lot going on in the scene when multiple people are involved. So it's like the scene is always like full of stuff happening, and this movie like is 92 minutes long, so it's not too long anyways, but it goes by in a moment, in a blip. It is like you can I've watched this for the first time early this year as well in March, and I already feel like rewatching it. Has left an impression on me. It's really good.
It's so fun. Like, I've seen a few Howard Hawks movies. I think my favorite at this point is His Girl Friday, but before it was Rio Bravo. I really love Rio Bravo. But even then, like having seen that film and seen some stuff from Bring Up Baby and other films from him, this is like his best writing that I've seen. I feel like the way that it's able to make all these characters feel so distinct despite having so many characters, like even like small characters, like they have little bits to themselves, like the even like the people at the prison. There's a whole like plot about like this person convicted for murder and like and
execution of it all. I think ultimately like would go to the be hanged. I think that's the plot, if I'm not mistaken. And they try to kind of because justice is not served through the judiciary system, kind of rely on journalism to do its part to actually not gloss over the details that ultimately end up costing someone's life. And then there's bits and banter in between. Like it has a really deeply important message at the core of it all that these characters represent, and then they also have that underlying drama between them because they used to be a couple. It's just a perfect pairing. Like it's tight. There's a reason for this movie to exist and how it was made and how it came together, and it's so good. I'm fanboying right now. It's great.
It's so like I have some friends that recommended this movie as well. One friend, I think his name is like Protogeist. It's like an online friend I have on Instagram. He's like drawn they've drawn so much fan art of Cary Grant's character, and this really is like one of the first movies I've seen from like this era of Hollywood where these characters are so iconic that like not only do you see them as the actor, of course, but these characters are just like, they're just so fun and enjoyable and lovable. And like, this might be my favorite Cary Grant role. Maybe I have to like look more into his filmography. But as of right now, he's like so rapid fire with it. Like, though he's so snappy, he's so like sassy. He's so fun. I love him in this movie.
But Connor, it's been just the two of us. I think if I remember correctly, Lachlan, at one point you did bring up that you watched this film. I think you've seen it as well, right?
Yeah, I agree with everything you guys said. Only thing I would say is It's the first film that remember watching and going, why do these people look so fucking good the entire film? Like, they just always look perfect.
Yeah.
Like, Rosalind Russell could, like, fall over, but, like, get back up, and the next shot, she's, like, perfect hair, perfect makeup,
it's that bit where, like, they take photographs and then look back at the photos and they always look perfect.
It shows how far we've come, because if you were to make a movie now and everything's super clean, people would be like, you're a rookie filmmaker, you don't know how to dirty up a frame or something like that. Where, well, with, like, this, it's just like, yeah, Cary Grant, he's fucking awesome in this. He's so cool. But, like, I don't know of a modern film where I'm also like, this guy is also really cool. Like, I mean, maybe Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore too, but, like, other than that, like, I don't think I've watched a film or remember a film.
Wait, like Lachlan, I'd say that Cary Grant is in the top 20 actors.
20 actors of
20 actors.
Yeah, it's just in the top 20 actors of
He's
whatever.
in the top 20 actors.
This record.
No, let's not. Yeah, let's not give it a time frame. It's just, yeah, he's one of 20 actors.
This recording is one of the top 20 recordings.
Yeah.
We've definitely done more than 20 recordings. Yep. But yeah, I think that was the last film. So Kevin doesn't get to speak.
if we did a quiet on set fourth favorite, then if you had to pick one, and we have to make a collective fourth
for this month.
For this month, then what would you pick?
Yee.
You probably pick Yee.
Yeah.
Lachlan would pick.
Don't you dare pick Happy Gilmore too.
Eddington.
You can pick Death Stranding if you want.
Eddington? No, I'm in a movie. Eddington.
Connor would pick This Girl Friday.
Yes.
And I would pick Please Don't Destroy Life. So that's the.
Actually, throwing a second wrench into the well-oiled machine again. You rushed me, Kevin. You rushed me. It's nowhere.
Okay, nowhere. Fine. I'm sorry. I apologize. I rushed you.
But with that, we're drawing an official close to July. July is now over, although we are already in August. In the 20 or so days that it had, and yeah, these were our favorite watches of this month. Hopefully we can do this again next month and go watch some worthwhile films that we hopefully will discuss in about a month's time. It will be probably including, actually no, this will be in the middle of Kevin and I being in Venice, so it might be a bit of a later situation when that one comes out. Maybe we record one out of Venice. We'll see. But this was fun. I love talking to you guys about my favorites of the month. I hope you felt the same. Let us know in the comments what your favorites were that you watched for the first time this month. Consider leaving a like and also subscribe to the channel to not miss out on more videos like this, our podcast, our reviews, and all of the stuff. And you got a collection of all of our faces that you'll will get more familiar with in the coming months on this channel, as Kevin and Connor will take a bit of a larger role in the videos on this channel. But we'll see you in the next video.